Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So, we're a day away from deep recession. Tomorrow is the big FOMC press conference, and many people believe what's coming already. It's been already speculated. Well, before I get into more, let's talk about what to expect tomorrow and how you should protect yourself with Bitcoin and maybe meme coins. No, I'm just kidding. Just Bitcoin. Welcome, guys. So right now, actually the market's up a little bit. Bitcoin got helped and pumped up a little bit versus this morning, so that's good. We're back to 28.5. We were actually back to this resistance. 28.8. So actually, Bitcoin went up a little bit today, and that's because we have Armageddon to prepare for. Okay, so today the U.S. market actually tumbled badly, 300 points to be exact. Okay, and why? Well, because a couple things. Number one, the JOLTS report, which measures basically job openings, it went lower. Basically, what the number of jobs available sank down below expectations, okay, and way below December numbers. So obviously, jobs are closing up. There's not as many. A lot of businesses are now starting to struggle, starting to prepare for a deep recession, okay, not a mild recession, a deep recession. And we hear about a lot of layoffs, obviously, but this report kind of spooked the market, right? But of course, that's not all. That's not all. But here's the thing, though. A lot of this data, they're all, I mean, not a lot. Actually, every data that the Fed looks at are trailing, okay? Because all this data is from months before, okay? So, I mean, this is backwards looking, not forwards looking. So that's the problem. They're all lagging. They're trailing. And Elon warned this before. Not that he's the biggest economist out there, or even a financial analyst. He's none of those things. But he runs a pretty big car company, and he could kind of see what's going on behind the scenes in terms of supply, right, demand, and all that stuff. And he's like, well, the Fed is making using stale data to make decisions. It's exactly true. All the data is from months ago, right? Not right now. It's hard. You can't. So, unfortunately, because of this, tomorrow it's predicted that, well, there's an 89% chance that Powell's going to raise rates again by 25 basis points, okay? And we don't know if that's the end. There could be another one coming up because supposedly he talked to the fake Lazinski, the Russian person that pranked him, and he supposedly told him there'll be 2 more rate hikes. So many people are predicting even after this one, there may be another one, which is why a deeper recession is coming, because obviously it's expensive. It's expensive to get any kind of loans, okay? Mortgage is going to go up. Car loans, credit card loans, personal loans, any kind of loans, sky high right now. On top of that, businesses can't borrow nearly as much as before, which means they can't really stock up like before. They can't really keep on the employees like they did before, right? So it's all trickling down. And maybe it may be boiling, right? It's getting to a boiling point where we may be tipping over into this deep recession that none of us really want. So this is what we have to look forward to tomorrow, okay? Another rate hike, and I'll be streaming with you guys. Tomorrow's going to be a very busy day. I have so many things going on tomorrow. It's mind-boggling. I don't even know how I could survive tomorrow. And I'll get to what else is going on tomorrow. But there's that's coming in the afternoon. But on top of that, something else that is adding to the pressure to all this has to do with the banks. we know that First Republic just got taken over, okay? And Biden administration is trying to tell the people, don't worry about bank failures. Don't worry about it, okay? Just like in 2008, when all the banks were going to go under. Don't worry about it. Everything is fine, right? But it's really not. Today, you saw more regional banks collapsing, which could lead to more collapse in the future. Remember, Jim Cramer himself said, don't worry, First Republic is a good bank, and don't worry, after it's over, the crisis is over. Then you saw like Western Alliance Bancorp go down like 25% today. Another one went down 25% today, right? And Jim Cramer even said, well, great bank while it lasted. I sure hope they don't close every branch. Okay, and then people, of course, are reminding Jim Cramer that, yes, this is the point when he said First Republic Bank is a very good bank, and then since then, it's down 90-something% and it's gone. It's gone, right? So basically, I even said this, when he said that, okay, the banking crisis is over, 100% Inverse Cramer is right. And sure enough, you got 2 more banks selling off today. So what does that mean? Are we going to have another huge bank or regional banks that go under? Possibly. Look at how bad it is. This is a really crazy chart, I guess. Look at all the bank failures in 2008, right? The biggest one, obviously, was Washington Mutual. And that was the biggest bank failure. But look at all the other banks that failed. Primarily all small banks, according to their assets, okay? The 3 that have failed this year, look at how gigantic they are. So imagine how many other smaller banks are actually struggling right now, barely making it, possibly begging the FDIC to insure everything and trying to get a loan. I mean, imagine that, okay? Look at the failures of this year. I mean, that accounts probably for at least 50% of the failures of 2008. And we're only getting started. Imagine when all the other regional banks start failing, one after another, after another, after another. I mean, this is crazy if you look at it this way, right? So that's why this complicates things. This makes this very difficult for Powell, but of course, he cares about inflation at this point more so than bank weakness. Or maybe not. Maybe tomorrow he will say, well, we're not going to raise any rates. And maybe this 89% is wrong. And maybe I'm right because last time I said, I don't think he's going to raise any rates anymore. There's no way. But we'll see. If he ignores this chart right here, and ignores the fact that banks are actually really struggling right now outside of like the top 10 banks, all the other banks are really struggling. Do you really want to risk driving them further, right? Driving them out of business and basically causing a lot more bank runs, a lot more fear with the people and driving them away from the institutions? That would be horrible too. Okay, so basically, no one should envy Powell because it's do of you. Either way, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, basically. Okay, like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. And this is what he's facing. This is the card or the deck or the hand that he was dealt with. Okay, this is what he has. So regardless, if he doesn't raise rates tomorrow, which I think is good, it may stop the bleeding. It may stop us from entering a deep recession, or a deeper recession, I should say, right? But then, inflation may stop. It may not be heading down anymore, right? And that's something that he wants to solve desperately. He wants price stability. He says that a lot. Price stability, that's number one. And he wants to see that interest rate go down. I mean, the inflation rate go down to 2%, right? I mean, You can't do that without raising rates. But then if you raise rates, then you can plunge the economy into deeper recession and more bank failures. So what do you do? What do you do? Well, maybe Congress can help by, not raising the debt ceiling and start not overspending. Maybe we should look at that point instead. But no one wants to deal with that right now. No one wants to deal with that. All right. But anyways, all this, how do you protect yourself? You protect yourself with Bitcoin, okay? You just keep on accumulating Bitcoin because Bitcoin was created because of all this shenanigans, okay? If I was streaming in 2008, luckily I was not because I think it was a lot scarier back then. But if I was streaming in 2008, I would be basically saying the same thing, but the dollar amounts would be smaller. That bailout in 2008 from the Fed was like $780 billion, and at that point it was like already outrageous. Like, how can you have $1 trillion bailout almost? Now we're talking about trillions every single year, like it's nothing, like it's normal. The debt ceiling is raised by $2 trillion like every 2 years. Like it's okay to be overspending by $1 trillion every year now. That's the new norm. And when you spend $1 trillion more than you have every single year, where's that money coming from? The infinite money printer that they control. That's where it's coming from, right? This is the exact reason why Bitcoin was created in 2008, because of all shenanigans, and more than ever now, we need to turn to Bitcoin because it's gotten much worse. Right now in 2023 is much worse than 2008. Much worse. Much worse if you think about it. The dollar amounts have gone up by another zero. But this is the reason why everyone is accumulating. Anyone with 0.01 to 1 Bitcoin going up in terms of addresses and how much Bitcoin they hold, right? Basically, it just keeps going up, and more people will come into the space and turn to Bitcoin. There'll be a lot more when we're in 2024, 25, when we're getting really crazy. The FOMO will hit, but in the meantime, people are learning, people are getting fed up, and that's fantastic. And same thing here, if you look at Bitcoin supply last active, how long it's been HODL. For 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, 7 year, 10 years, right? All at all-time highs right now, despite the fact we're nowhere close to all-time high in price. Think about how powerful that is. Think about when we actually do hit 70,000 again, or 100,000, or 200,000. How marvelous it will be then, and how great the fundamentals will be then, right? A lot to look forward to. A lot to look forward to. That's pretty much it. I'm tired. Oh, tomorrow I said there's going to be a lot of stuff, right? So tomorrow I'm going to do a special spaces too. It's probably a horrible day to do so because there's so much. Because I'll be streaming in the morning, then I'll be streaming the FOMC meeting, then doing spaces, and then doing a night stream. I may skip the night stream tomorrow, to be honest, because the four sessions of something is crazy. But the spaces, I came up with a good idea because meme coins are so hot right now. So I thought it'd be a good idea to invite meme coin projects to debate each other and talk about the importance of meme coins. And some of you guys said that it's a good idea, right? So I got Floki confirmed. I believe Suka confirmed. I'm trying to get 1 or 2 more, and maybe you guys could help. I'm trying to get Doge Elon Mars and Baby Doge, 2 of the bigger ones. If you guys know any of the team members or whatever, tell them to get to me, and then hopefully we could set it up. I think it'll be an ultimate debate. You get the meme coins to debate each other to see who has the best meme coin and why people should care. And it'd be great if I could get a Bitcoin Maxi in there to kind of debate them all. That would make for real entertainment. So that's coming up tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. And follow me on Twitter because it will be on Twitter, and I'll have a link for you guys to follow. So That's also coming up tomorrow. All right, let's do some Q&A. What did I miss? What did I miss here? Let's see. Scrolling. I can't buy a car because of inflation, because of high interest rates. Yeah, interest rates on car loans, mortgage rates, sky high. This is the worst time to be buying. Our grandchildren will end up suffering for all the spending today. I mean, that's JR. That's exactly right. Congress doesn't want to fix that. They want quick band-aids, right? Quick band-aids like, okay, let's just raise the debt ceiling so the U.S. economy doesn't collapse, right? And then we'll worry about it when we need to raise the ceiling again. And that's going to come in 2 years. And then it's going to come another 2 years after that. It's going to be endless band-aids, and no one really wants to solve the problem, which is, hey, how about we just stop spending so much, and then maybe we could try to like really tackle this issue. But everyone just wants to keep pushing it down until the collapse of the dollar. But maybe, that'll be good for Bitcoin because Bitcoin becomes a world currency then. Crypto Hound, appreciate that. Yes, the Lakers are playing tonight. I'm rooting for Lakers in 5 games. I want to see LeBron just totally dominate stuff. Let's see. Do I think meme coins ruin crypto? No, I don't. They serve a really good purpose, and that's to drive people into the space. You should get Michael Saylor to debate them. I doubt that he will come. He would not even entertain that, I bet. If I told him, hey, you're debating a bunch of meme coin project, he would not show up. I would have to trick him into the spaces. I may just tag him just to see. Oh, I did see the Harden game winner yesterday. That's pretty good. Harden is a choke artist. He normally can't hit the big shots. I'm glad to see him hit it and tell his teammates it's just one game. Gotta move, concentrate game 2. Shows maturity. He only has like a few more years. All these players, after they hit 30, they go downhill really fast. They're not like LeBron that could like play until 40. So he only got a couple good years of like kind of like still elite status before he becomes like a normal player. So he has to take advantage as much as he can. Nathan, nothing's going on. Nothing. Let's just leave it at that. I did talk to a few of their members. Just left it at that. I just realized, what am I pushing for? I'll be on good terms, right? And if they need me, sure, I'll be here. You have to grab memes before they pump. Well, there's a million. That's easier said than done because there's a million of them. William Tur. Thank you. I do have a lot of channels. I do have a Spanish channel and Chinese channel. They're both kind of picking up. So in case you guys have relatives or friends overseas, they don't, oops, they don't speak English, you know, you go down here, you got the clips channel, which is basically short clips. That one's pretty good. Spanish channel, Chinese channel, drivers only, and then I am George is my cut off by my camera. Also got the FOMO Pass with Brian. Got DeFi Fridays with Aaron. You know, I'm just pumping out content for you guys. I don't know. Yeah, yo Nathan. I don't know. Okay, I can't answer that. Are we fear-mongering now, George? Are you just refusing to ignore reality? Do you think we're living in a good, perfect world? I don't know. Maybe you do think so, but I don't. ID, I appreciate that. Am I bullish on Cardano? Let's just say I'm not bullish. Does that make sense? I think Cardano's fine. I'm not super bullish on it, but I'm not bearish on it. I'm not neutral. I like the project and I like Charles. I'll just leave it at that. New law, I think it's a good idea. I think that Twitter Spaces, if I can get some good projects, could break Twitter Spaces. Okay, if all these projects invite their community and listen in and have them debate each other on why they're the best meme coin, it will literally break the internet. I would invite Pepe in there because they're so big now too. So if you guys have contact with Doge Elon Mars or Baby Doge or Pepe, right? Tell them to DM me or send me an email. I love to invite them on. The premise is meme coins. It's going to be a meme coin battle. Talk about why meme coins are important, what their project is about, why their project is the greatest, and then we'll have a good debate over everything. Frank is asking about ICP. Can it reach all-time high? Yes, although I'm not a fan of ICP. I think it's a bit too centralized, too much KYC, and too much controversy. People blame FTX. I'm not sure if that's the reason, but there's a little bit too much of some stuff that I can't get behind. So I'm neutral on ICP. I don't even know who manages Sheeb. Is there anyone that manages Sheeb? Anyone part of the team? Community members? I would love to invite Sheeb also, obviously. And Doge, I think, is just ran by Billy Marcus. Yeah, I'd love to get him in too. It'll be really interesting. It'll be interesting to hear Billy try to defend Doge against all these other meme coins. That would be an interesting conversation. Is Ledger Live a better option than crypto exchanges? Yes, because you're utilizing your Ledger, which is a hardware wallet. Yes. My friend got a new X7M, super sharp, and they love it. They saw the 2023 Escalade today. Looks tight. I reviewed the Escalade V. That is a nice SUV. I have not driven the X7M yet. I'll get one for loan soon. I'm not so sure sold on the new looks. Looks kind of weird. All right, guys. Let's conclude. Let's see what happens tomorrow with the rate hike. Let's go plunge the U.S. in deeper recession. I think so, if we have another rate hike. This is all adding up. It's adding up. And you got more banks that are failing. You got Jim Cramer and his predictions. You know, none of it is good except buying Bitcoin and loading up and DCing on Bitcoin. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any connections with any of these meme coins I mentioned, I already have Suka lined up, also have Floki lined up. I need Baby Doge, Pepe, Doge Elon Mars, or any other big ones. Have them email me or DM me. It's going to be crazy tomorrow. Crazy Twitter Spaces battle. All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.